What do you call a person who doesn't masturbate?
A legend?
A liar. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on Air. Bum, bum. Welcome back to Get Lost on Air.
Welcome back. Welcome back to
the podcast where one of us doesn't masturbate.
That's a lie. As implied in the joke. It is more difficult than than it's put out to be. I don't know if you've ever tried to abstain like that. It's fucking difficult.
I haven't. I haven't. I never will.
I mean, there are definitely benefits. There are downsides, like you brought up last week. I don't know the science behind it, to be honest. All I know is that you just feel very, pent up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just get too frustrated, fully. I know that's exactly sort of the point.
Yeah, it's kind of like meditation in a way. Like, it's a patience game.
I just don't think I'd be a very nice person to be around if I tried.
Hi, Clark. Hi. How you doing?
Hello. I haven't wanked in 2 weeks.
Can you tell?
Yeah. I would be just trying to shag everyone.
Yeah, hats off to the monks that do it. To anyone who manages to pull it off. To be fair, but I know one man who definitely doesn't.
You.
And this wouldn't be. No, me. Not who I had in mind, but true. It wouldn't be a Get Lost episode without bringing up Boris Johnson.
Our boy Boris, BJ.
And no, he's definitely according to British tabloids, who you should obviously trust.
Yeah, of course.
He's been having an affair.
Oh, Boris, he's just had a kid, isn't he?
I know, out of order, but that's the thing. He had his affair while he had children. He's got more than one kid. He's got several kids. But this is what she has said anyway. So let me give you the rundown. So there were rumors about him and Jennifer Arcuri, I believe is how you say her name. She's some American businesswoman, and there was rumors about her. There was people saying shit like, "Oh no, Boris is definitely shagging her." Like they'd be seen out in London together and stuff. And now she has come out. She's called him a coward and said she had an affair with him for 4 years.
Oh, BJ, come on, man. Why would
Jesus, bro.
It's always ugly people who have affairs, don't you think? Ugly people who just don't seem to have much going for them. And somehow they managed to pull 2 women at the same time.
It's funny you should say that, because the way she talked about Boris, she said back in 2012, when their fling had just died, I think it was between them. Yeah, their fling was 2012, 2016, for a bit of context, right? So the start of their affair, he was at some sort of tech event, and she described him as turning the room into a gaggle of schoolgirls because of his pure charisma.
Okay, I highly doubt it. I'm sorry. I highly doubt that.
Which kind of sounds like she's covering her back for having an affair with Boris Johnson.
It does, doesn't it? She's like, trust me, he was a stud once.
Back in the day, before, he used to brush his hair. Yeah.
Did he?
He only stammered once every 2 words.
Did he ever brush his hair?
I don't know. I
doubt it.
As far as I'm concerned, it could be a wig, mate. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I mean, Boris Johnson, Katie Hopkins had an affair. Do you remember that, when that all came out?
She had an affair. Oh yeah. My God. The most conservative woman in the country had an affair.
Yeah, she was caught shagging someone in a field.
Oh my God! Can you imagine being the lad who found that? Jesus.
There's a photo of it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man.
I kind of want to see it.
I know. I kind of want to look it up as well, but I'm not sure if I do.
Should we put it on the YouTube?
I don't know about that. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. So, Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
Smooth transition.
Big Boris.
Boris Johnson. No, I literally... Oh, okay. Here's a way to transition. So, Boris Johnson. BJ. The big BJ.
Right.
Let's talk about AJ Pritchard. He's gone and done it. He's managed to... He's transitioned. He's transitioned. What a hero.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was as smooth as a piece of sandpaper.
All right, Grandad. I don't know how I managed to pull that one off.
AJ Pritchard.
AJ Pritchard. Do you know who he is?
Is that Curtis's little brother?
Yeah. He's a dancer.
Okay.
Have you seen what happened to his girlfriend?
Oh, no. What's happened to his girlfriend?
Right, so they are both obviously social media influencers.
Even though it's from his brother.
Well, he's a Strictly dancer.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So he's earned it, to be fair. Right, so let me give you the story of what happened to them. They were trying to do, these life hacks, right? The mad, stupid life hacks that no one really needs in their life.
We'll let you cut the end of a sock off and chuck an avocado in it and swing at your house and it's the best window cleaner you've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shit like that. They were trying to recreate one that was it was something about a bottle, and you fill it up with like lighter fluid or something. I don't know what it was supposed to do, but you basically light this bottle and then something happens. I don't know what, but they were trying to do a test run of it before they started filming it to upload to their like Instagram.
Yeah. So
they've got this bottle, got it wrapped in like a towel or something, and the towel is drenched in this lighter fluid. Yeah. AJ goes to light it. As soon as he lights the thing, right, the fucking thing explodes.
No shit.
Yeah. Her name is... What's her fucking name? Abby Quinnen.
Abby Quinnen.
Now, okay. Abby gets...
That sounds like a posh girl name, that does.
It does, but she looks like a posh girl as well. She fully looks like a Tory. She's... so Abby gets fucking covered head to foot, basically, in this fluid that is on fire.
Oh, no. So she's not in lighter fluid. Yeah. Jesus.
She's a ball of flames.
Oh, my God. This is chaos.
It burns her top, her face. It burns all over, right? There's a picture of her here with... She's covered in bandages. Like, her whole side of her face covered in bandages. Her whole, like, arm and everything fully covered in bandages.
Yeah.
She's fucked it. She fully fucked it.
That's rough.
Yeah, apparently she was like screaming while she was like dropped down onto the floor and was like rolling around and fucking basically doing stop, drop and roll.
Yeah. That's rough, mate. That's rough.
Awful. And she's a very, very good looking girl. So now she's like covered in burns. I don't know whether they'll heal properly or...
Yeah. Man, that's rough being a burn victim. You know, though, that's what the gangs, I think it was in London, I believe. I was watching this documentary on. Yeah, it was the gangs in London, instead of like stabbing a girl, right, what they do, if they want to seriously hurt a girl, they'll chuck acid over her face.
Yes, that happened to that girl. I forgot her fucking name. Is it Katie? Might have been Katie.
Just because their beauty is considered their most like valuable thing to them. Yeah. So you destroy her face, you destroy her self-worth.
That would fuck you up, wouldn't it? If you like got covered in acid and like burnt to a crisp. I'm terrified of it. I know people were doing like, this is a horrible episode, sorry everyone. I know people were doing like fake acid attacks, like chucking water over people to scare people.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
That's horrible.
Jesus Christ.
That's some Jake Paul shit.
That is the exact kind of thing he'd do. He'd be like, acid prank.
Acid attack prank on my brother.
Or some random girl in the high street of London. Jake Paul, like, just like in a full black hoodie and a balaclava, like... It's just throwing like mineral water over people's San Pellegrino over people's fucking face,
chucking some Evian over people,
and then sprinting off in the other direction. Like
that's a fucked up joke. That's a fucked up prank.
Did you remember that sandpaper prank that was just insane?
Oh my god, yeah.
Do you remember that where he kidnapped one of his friends, chucked him in the van, threatened to kill his other mate, in front of him, pretended to kill him, and then lifted the veil and be like, "Oh, it's just me.
Mm-hmm. That was
You've been pranked, bro." I think that does begin to cross the line.
That, of course, that was so fucked up.
that was unbelievably out of order.
That would traumatise you for life.
How is he not been cancelled for that? I remember there was quite a bit of
Oh, he has been cancelled.
uproar.
He's fully cancelled.
Oh,
Sam
really?
Pepper.
Oh,
mate, he was a rapist. Did you not hear?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a
rapist.
fully fucking like a paedophilic rapist. That was when, back in the day, it was like 2012 when it came out that like fucking loads of UK YouTubers were like proper weird rapists and like pedos.
Yeah.
And like half of the biggest UK population YouTubers, they just all disappeared because they all turned out to be rapists.
Mate, they were just given too much power, weren't they? By the sounds of it, like somebody gave them a platform and they just abused it.
Definitely. Like Alex Day, do you remember him?
I vaguely remember Alex Day. Yeah,
he did something and ended up getting cancelled, and now he's like on a weird spiritual path, like shaved his head, and he's a fucking strange bloke.
Yeah, mate, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's a lot of fame for people. People don't know how to handle fame as well.
No, that's true. Looking back on like all of that sort of YouTube drama and stuff like that, all what happened to all these people, like I wonder if half of them allegations and stuff came out now, whether they'd be cancelled like they were.
Oh, mate.
Because
bro, there would be another level.
Yeah, but so much happens now, because that was like such a big thing that like, oh my god, that was like the first wave of scummy YouTubers had like come about. But now there's so many scummy people on the internet, and everyone's getting cancelled. Like, would it just be like another YouTuber?
A lot of people are getting cancelled now, like for doing a lot less.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You do make a point.
Like, it takes a lot less to get cancelled these days. Like, especially if you're in that space. You know what I mean? Like, in the space where you can be cancelled. Like, what I mean by that is, if you look at, like, Road to Shore, or, those kind of guys, or Joe Rogan, like, you can't cancel Joe Rogan, you can't cancel Road to Shore, you can't cancel Andrew Schultz, for example.
Yeah.
Because they've set up their podcast and their YouTube to be such that it's not the sort of people that go around cancelling everyone that watches them. That's a
good point, actually.
So the cancelled lot could go and do it, but like they still get their core fan base. You know, they're not appealing to those people. They don't want those people watching their shit. And it's like
with Roger Shaw, when he said go and shag your dead nan, that would make that someone else would get cancelled for that, but because everyone just thinks it's funny because it's him,
bro. Like instantly cancelled. That's it. You know, game over. But like when you get actual comedians, you know. The point of actual comedians is to like cross the dark lines, isn't it? So it's nuts how that's their job. They're supposed to be doing that shit, but at the same time they can get cancelled for it. It's like they're supposed to be doing it, but it could also ruin their life. It's a crazy game they're playing at the moment.
Then it is the question of, should you fall into like the PC culture type thing, like, because then you seem to be cancelable easier, because then if you do one thing wrong, your fan base are also PC.
If you just reject it from the start, I feel like that's the only way of getting through it.
It's so easy to like to cancel someone when they haven't done anything wrong as well, like false allegations.
Oh yeah,
because there was something about the Game Grumps. Danny from the Game Grumps, right?
Yeah,
he that someone made this viral Reddit post about all the shit that he's done, and apparently he was a paedophile and was grooming women and was like she came up with this story about how this one person, how he groomed her and waited for her to turn 18 and then ended up shagging her and everything, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He almost very nearly got cancelled, but then it turned out that it was fake and that she was actually 22 at the time when they had sex, and he didn't do much wrong at all. He didn't do anything illegal, and that was years ago. Anyway.
That's it, bro. It's a weird thing, isn't it? It's like guilty until proven innocent, rather than innocent until proven guilty, which is a dangerous thing because people we forget that people do lie.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Like, and it's just a lot, mate. It's just a lot.
One.
Yeah, it's a tough world. It's a tough world for someone in that kind of spotlight.
It is, yeah. It is.
Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah.
This this Amazon stuff's made me laugh, mate.
Okay, tell me.
Laugh, bro. So, there's this senator called Elizabeth Warren, and I think she must be a Democrat, and she's basically attacked Amazon, saying giant corporations like Amazon report huge profits to their shareholders, but they exploit loopholes and tax havens to pay close to nothing in taxes. It's not right. Ooh. And I'm going to introduce a bill to make the most profitable companies pay a fair share. Basically, gassing herself up. Maybe she actually is wanting to do this, and she's going to be able to do something. Right. And then, something I didn't see coming, Amazon responded.
Oh, go on, Amazon.
When do you ever see that? When do you ever see companies going, actually, Senator,
defending themselves?
This is it. You've only seen that once with Mark Zuckerberg, when he actually had to, when he was legally required to.
Yeah, and had to actually defend himself in court.
So they've come back and they said, you make the tax laws. We just follow them. If you don't like the laws you've created, by all means change them. And they listed off a huge loads of facts, like that they paid billions of dollars in corporation taxes, that they've invested $350 billion since 2010, and all sorts, right?
Right.
So, she then responded to that.
Oh, this is like YouTube beef.
Mate,
this is great.
She said, I didn't write the loopholes you exploit. Your armies of lawyers and lobbyists did. But you bet I'll fight to make you pay your fair share, and fight your union busting, and fight to break up big tech so you're not powerful enough to heckle senators with snotty tweets. So, it's starting to get very personal.
Jesus.
She was attacking the way they were tweeting now. Which is,
my God.
And then they came back, right? This is extraordinarily revealing. One of the most powerful politicians in the US just said she's going to break up an American company so they can't criticize her anymore.
Whoever is at Amazon tweeting this is getting sacked, surely.
It's not going to be Jeffy B, is it? Just on his laptop.
I don't know. Whoever runs the social medias, they've got.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, that's so funny. That's so funny because there's clearly a room of people who are like, "Oh, what should we say?
How do we get her back, boys?"
They're like, it's the senator. Can he take? Nah, we've got this. We got this. We're Amazon, man.
Give me a line.
Oh, but it's quite funny. And then there's all sorts of shit going on. I saw someone tweet, Amazon has created 410 million jobs, which is 410 million jobs that Senator Warren has created. Which I thought was quite funny. And then there was other opinions being like, oh, this is about, the way they treat their employees as well. They make them piss in a bottle.
Oh, I saw that actually. Yeah, I saw something about the pissing in a bottle thing. Someone was saying that they Sorry, I'm just giggling because I'm trying really hard to pretend it didn't just cut, but it makes me laugh because I can't remember where I was going with it. Oh well, I saw something about I
Go on,
saw
bro.
something
You got this.
I've got it. I'll put it back. Come on, Charlie. I saw something about it where they were saying that, the drivers have to piss in bottles, and then apparently Amazon did respond on Twitter and say that's not true. Or blah, blah, blah. And then someone else replied to that saying that they got a email or something from Amazon saying that you're not allowed to shit in a bag and before you bring your van back to the depot or something.
Okay, so having worked for Amazon, a lot of drivers do piss in a bottle. And the reason they do is because they've got a lot of work to do in a day. They give out a lot of work, but I don't think it's Amazon's fault at the same time. What I think it is, a lot of Amazon drivers, right, they'll get like, say, 180 stops in a fucking route in a day, which is like 180 stops. That could be 300 parcels. And you've got to try and get that done as quickly as possible. If you tried to do it in the way that they taught you, you wouldn't get it done.
Really?
So, and they want you to get it done, but I think they give you, basically, I need to explain this a bit better because...
We're not good at this.
There is a company which Amazon hires the drivers. Okay, so when you're an Amazon driver, you're not working for Amazon directly. You're working for a smaller company who is working for Amazon. And I think it's actually the smaller companies that are screwing you rather than Amazon. So Amazon will give them the shit you need to be able to complete the route in a day. They'll give you the help, the time, the money to do that. But I think that they try get the best out of it, if you know what I mean. So they'll be like given extra money to give you help in the route. But I reckon they keep it. That's my suspicion with it.
Gotcha.
And this then ends up the drivers getting screwed and getting sent like somewhere half an hour away, having to do 180 stops. So you think about 180 stops it's an unbelievable. You need to be doing like 30 stops an hour. That's 2 every minute. Considering you've got to drive to each house, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
so that's why a lot of drivers piss in the bottle, because they don't have time to pull up. Go into like your local McDonald's and find a toilet or whatever, and they'll just piss in a bowl. And because it's easier as well, to be honest.
I do wonder, where the fuck do like taxi drivers wee? Do they all just piss in bottles?
Probably. If you see an empty bottle in like a van, and it's just like down in the side, like in the door shelf thing.
Yeah, that's a piss bottle.
That's a piss bottle. 100%.
That's a piss bottle. I mean, how many taxis do you reckon you've got in where there is a full bottle of piss in there with you?
There's probably plenty, mate.
There's probably loads.
Especially Ubers. I imagine they're getting... they're getting overworked like shit.
Do you know what Carl Pilkington says? That instead of a bottle, you should keep a hot water bottle in your car, because it's got the perfect lip thing for any spillage or anything.
and everyone just thinks it's hot water.
Yeah. And it'll warm you up, actually. I was just come to think of it.
That's genius, bro.
Yeah. So a hot water bottle is the way to go if you're an Amazon driver, people.
It's actually nuts. It's actually nuts. It's a nuts job, but it's also quite a sick job. I can't lie. You get your own van, you get to drive around, playing your own music. It's stressful, but it's decent.
How different? How much time do you save pissing in a bottle?
A lot.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you say you need 2 or 3 pisses in one shift, right?
Yeah.
That means 3 times in your shift you'll have to pull over, go into a McDonald's, come back out, and bear in mind, you've had to deviate from your current route. See, when you're actually delivering parcels, in order to keep up with the demands of the company, you need to be getting to the house, sprinting out of the house, dropping the parcel, knocking on the door, starting to walk away, and sprinting back to the car as soon as you see them. Oh, right. That's just to keep up. So if you ever see your Amazon driver drop his box off and then absolutely leg it in the other direction, that's why. That's why. It's because he's got to get it done, and the time constraints are difficult.
Gotcha. So does it piss you off as a driver when you don't answer the door straight away?
Oh, yeah. yeah, no, it drives delivery drivers mad.
Oh no.
And they'll just leave. That's the thing. They're like, if you take too long, they won't wait.
Yeah.
That, especially with Amazon, you may find it with Hermes or like other delivery services that they'll stop and because they're getting paid better.
Yeah.
And they've got more time. Their routes are easier. So, but with Amazon, no, it would just infuriate them.
So, are you trying to tell me that you have, in fact, pissed in a bottle when you were on shift? Is that where this is all coming to?
Oh, I was trying to avoid that.
I know you were.
In all honesty.
I'm not letting you get away with that. Have you or have you not pissed in a bottle while you're delivering parcels?
Yeah, I've pissed in a bottle while delivering parcels.
How many times?
More than I care to mention.
What do you do with the full bottle?
You just hope no one else. It's embarrassing when you get a van check and there's a full bottle of piss in there.
Oh.
You just gotta empty it out somewhere, mate. As
you're driving along, chuck it out the window.
Yeah, bro. You see like a dog on the other side of the street, and you just aim it.
Yeah. You could do that game that some of our friends used to play when you're driving along and you got to try and hit the signpost with a bottle. Do you remember they used to do that? They used to play with glass bottles.
Yeah. God, I do remember that. That's a crazy game that is, isn't it?
That's so bad for the environment, though, isn't it?
It's just bad. I think it's bad for the cars more than anything.
Yeah, there is that. You've got to have good aim to fucking hit a sign with a bottle while you're going that speed.
Oh, mate. We used to have like gunshots on the signpost near my house. Like, this is in sleepy old Suffolk. Like, at the end of my road, there was like this signpost. They had like bullet holes in it. I'm like, so somebody's just been camped out, like just aiming their air rifle out of the bloody road signs.
What the fuck? The bloody road signs.
It's truly disgusting behaviour, and it should not be tolerated.
No, you're
these are the lads we should be cancelling, not. But yeah.
Yes. Well, we've learned something today, everyone. Thank you, folks.
Oh, my
piss in a
days.
bottle. I'd be scared I'd overflow it because I piss a lot.
It can get a bit close to the wire. It's you definitely need a litre bottle, and like it's got to be like orange or apple juice, because then you can kind of get away with it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because that's it. Like when you're an Amazon driver, you drink water in the evenings. You don't do it in the mornings because otherwise you screw yourself completely.
You just dehydrate yourself all day.
Literally, because it's just such a time waster.
Jesus.
Oh mate, you seen this North Korean stuff though? Moving away from me pissing into a bottle.
Are you sure?
I've had enough of this conversation.
Talk more about it if you want. No, I haven't seen the North Korea stuff.
Okay. Let me give you the rundown.
Okay.
I say it's funny. It's kind of not funny, but it's kind of funny because it's North Korea. So they've been doing like missile tests recently.
Right.
And I don't know why they do this. Like, nobody's that scared of them. They're a little country. Everyone knows they're full of shit because, you know, they tell their own people that they won the World Cup 40-0.
What?
You know, Kim Jong-un told his citizens that they won the World Cup.
Can they not just, like, verify that?
They can't, because no one can leave the country. And there's strict rules in place about the media that's allowed in North Korea. Very strict rules.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really hard for you to get like journalists and reporters into there and out of there. It's an absolute nightmare.
I didn't know that. I don't know much about North Korea, clearly.
It's a crazy ass country. Honestly, it's crazy. Their leader Kim Jong-un is just a nutter. So yeah, he's basically just lies to all his people all the time.
Nice.
And they've had problems with like starvation and shit like that. It's nuts. But
Jesus.
Yeah, they've been launching missiles, and Trump had a whole argument with them last year, being like, "Yo, he just came out blazing at them, being like, yo, stop this."
Yeah.
And now they're doing it again. They're threatening missiles. They're just pushing everyone's buttons.
Oh.
I know.
No.
Out of order. I know.
Yeah.
And Biden's come out and been like, bruh, stop.
There's gonna be a war, isn't there? There's got to be a war.
It'd be the worst war ever. Everyone would kill him in a second. Like, I don't know why they do it. It's like it's like the weedy kid picking a fight on the, a fucking group of jocks. That's what it's like. It's like, you know how it's gonna end before it starts.
Yeah.
So he's told them to stop, and they're carrying on. They're carrying on, just like testing missiles and stuff, and like it's being conceived as a bit of a threat at the moment.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm getting nervous about fucking war. I have a feeling that the world is just gonna end very soon.
Who's gonna war? Who's it gonna be?
Trisha Paytas and David Dobrik.
It's gonna be like a civil war. It's gonna be like the South versus the North again, where they're fighting over the slaves.
Oh, yeah, maybe. That might be the case. So, as you know,
yeah,
I no longer work night shifts. I left my job.
Hey,
I left my job. People got a new one. Thank you.
Love to see it.
Love it. And as I was walking out of this place, right, out of my place of work, I was just looking around, and I don't know if you do this. I was going like, God, this is the last time I'll ever do this. Like, I went for a wee, and I was like, this is the last time I'll ever wee in this toilet. This is mad. And I was like savouring every moment of just the shit that I was doing that shift.
Oh, mate, I know exactly what you mean. The last shift is the most beautiful shift. And I've got to be honest, I'm so happy for you. I really am so happy for you, because I know how shit it is working a shit job, and it feels like you have nothing to live for.
Yep, definitely.
That's the feeling of just existential dread of working in jobs like that. They're like, even though they are temporary, they feel like they're going to last forever.
Yep. I mean, this lasted a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But I do that with all this, like, everything really. Like, whenever I know it's the last time I'm going to do something, I like really savor it, and I'm like, even the stupidest shit, I'm like, oh mate, that is the last time I'm ever going to sit in this chair.
It's amazing. It's amazing when you get that with a human being, though, when just like this the last time you're ever going to see him, and you're saying goodbye. And it's a sad moment, but it's also a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that's a weird feeling, saying goodbye for the last time, even though it's someone that you don't care about, because obviously if you cared about them, you wouldn't be saying goodbye for the last time.
Maybe it's circumstantial. Maybe they're like in a foreign country or something like that.
Yeah,
or their family hates you, like they've got strict Muslim family and you're a white boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. It's very strange. Like, sometimes I'm so happy. I'm like, I thank fuck I'm never gonna see that person ever
when
again.
You get out of a bad relationship.
Yeah.
That feeling is just wonderful.
Oh, it is.
When you've been putting off the breakup for fucking weeks, months sometimes.
See, I never feel good after a breakup.
Oh, I do.
Even though I know it's right, I always feel really guilty. I get like overwhelming guilt.
Yeah, that's rough. I just get joy. I get the sweet release.
I just get so fucking. When like your stomach fully drops and like it feels like you've like swallowed a brick, and you can feel it going right down from your lungs all the way down, and just like sinking in your stomach. That's how I get, and then it just. I feel like it's there for the next.
That's how I get for being in the relationship and not breaking up with them. Even
really,
though I know I should. Yeah, because it's like, well, you're wasting her time. You're wasting your own time. You know true. That it's like you've already made the decision in your head that like this ain't gonna be a future thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about. I never think about the good parts of the breakup.
There are a few. Because you're improving both of your lives by doing it a lot of the time.
In the long run.
Yeah, in the long run, yeah. It's you got to get over the attachment issues and all that shit first, but...
All that shit. You're a sentimental guy. You got to get over the fucking tears and soppy bitch.
Oh, just get on with it. Just get on with it.
Just fucking grow up.
Oh, come on. We're adults now.
I'm not that great. Just stop
Jesus
crying.
Christ. You know. What, are you 5 years old? Just turned to like a really toxic man.
What are you, 5 years old? What, did I take away your toy?
Are you a pussy? You a pussy? You can't even handle a breakup.
Full on emotional abuse. Even though it's you who made her cry, you just make it even worse. What, you fucking pussy, wimp.
I know what you mean though. Like that's why I struggle with breakups so much, because you just feel so guilty when you're doing it. It's like, because like sometimes like they see a future with you and you don't see it with them, and it's just like that's rough. That's rough, man.
It is.
Like, because that's just, it's straight out rejection. That's, you know, at the core.
Yeah, and but then when you look back on it, you only ever look back on the good things, which sucks.
Oh yeah.
It sucks. You always look at the good shit and like forget all of the bad stuff that ever happened.
Bro. Oh my god. Like, just ask your friends if you ever you know what I mean? Like, if you ever thinking about getting back with a girl because of the good shit in the past, just ask your friends why you broke up with her.
Yeah, they'll go in, trust me. They will go.
They know the truth.
They'll go hard, won't they, Gingell?
Yeah, they saw the pain you went through. They had to deal with that shit.
Oh my god.
They had to deal with their emotional instability because of this person, so
yeah,
not that there's a personal thing going on.
I was gonna say, do you reckon they can tell? Right,
anyway,
let's move on to the questions game.
Okay, so
let's do that situation.
all right.
You're trying to get back with your ex that I don't like because they were
okay.
a massive bitch.
Okay. Let me get into character. Bro, why do I miss her so much?
Why would you?
Didn't she make me feel so good?
What the hell makes you think that?
Don't you remember those times that we just kissed passionately?
Can't you tell that she's got no tits and a horrible personality?
Is that all that matters to you, man?
Isn't it a contributing factor?
God. I don't even know what to say to that.
What is going on?
What is going on?
What's going on? Thanks for listening, everyone. Use the hashtag #GetLostOnAir. There's some big changes coming to our channel soon.
Big changes.
We won't tell you yet.
I'm just gonna ad-lib your shit.
Yeah, go on. Okay, ready? There's some big changes coming to our to our YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel.
And the we're not going to tell you what they are yet because
mystery
because they're not going to happen for at least a week or two, so there's no point yet.
We're lazy.
Goodbye, get lost.
See you later.